Welcome back to Theme Park Spark. Please like and subscribe. Back in December 2012, my husband and I traveled from Los Angeles to Sydney, Australia to celebrate our 5th wedding anniversary. It was a bucket list trip for both of us, and we spent 3 wonderful weeks exploring Australia in the weeks leading up to Christmas. This year, I decided to compile our photos and videos to relive the experience and share it with you. Be sure to check out my Australia playlist to see all of the videos. I'm going to show you some photos of Australia, reminiscing about the trip while telling you about the longest day ever, literally. Today I'm going to tell you about the day we traveled home from Brisbane, Australia to Los Angeles International Airport. This was on Sunday, December 23rd, back in 2012, and I got to experience Sunday, December 23rd 2 times. We flew home on the 23rd. We got home and it was the morning on the 23rd. So in Australia, we got up, we packed for the airport, we went to the airport, we checked in for our flight, all those things, and we boarded the plane. We tried to sleep, but we mainly just stayed up and watched movies. I saw a movie called The Sapphires. I saw Hope Springs. I saw a Madagascar movie. I think it was like number 4 or something like that. I saw Ice Age Continental Drift. I saw The Lorax. I watched movies the whole way home. We were on Virgin Australia. I highly recommend Virgin Australia. It was a great experience. I doubt that has changed. In the middle of the night, as we were flying home, we got a snack box, and it had cheese and crackers and cookies and stuff like that in it. They also had chips and soda available all night. I learned to like Pepsi Max, and I still drink Pepsi that tastes very similar to that because it reminds me of Australia. It was the only diet soda they had on the plane, and I really like it. We arrived at the Delta terminal at LAX, which is the last terminal at LAX. LAX is a very organized airport. I know it can be intimidating because it's a big airport in a big city, but it is one of the most well-run and organized airports that I have been to after traveling to other destinations. So we eventually made it home, and it was still December 23rd. Los Angeles is very, very crowded. There are millions of people who live here. And in Australia, it was just much more low-key. Another thing is there are some things in Australia that they do not have in the United States, and there are some things in the United States that they do not have in Australia. For example, there was one time where I had like kind of an itch, and I needed in the United States, one thing that we get a lot is called Neosporin. It's like an ointment you can put on like itches, scratches, things like that. And in Australia, they don't sell it. They had something called Pawpaws, which is made out of fermented papaya. We went to a Target store, Target, like the store they have all over the United States. We went to a Target store in Australia, and they just have like this whole huge bin of Pawpaws, like ointment. We bought one of those. I wish they sold it here. If fermented papaya does the same thing as this chemical-laden Neosporin, why aren't we using fermented papaya in the United States? Anyway, rant over, but it was just one difference. And words are a little bit different. For example, in Australia, I guess they call breakfast brekkie. Obviously there's the whole good day mate thing, which we heard people saying like seriously and not just to try to sound like they have an Australian accent. I came back with lots of opals. We had a didgeridoo shipped to our house. You're going to have to check out my Australia playlist to see all of these videos about how all of this happened. But one big difference was it is just way more crowded in the United States than in Australia. And we arrived home on Christmas Eve, December 23rd. So people are doing their last minute shopping. It just felt so stressful. And I immediately felt like I don't want to live here. I want to move back to Australia. That was 11 years ago. I still live in Los Angeles. It's fine. I still miss Australia. I would like to go back someday, or many days. And I'm sure we will again someday. It was a great trip. If Australia is on your bucket list, I highly recommend going there. And in the meantime, check out my Australia playlist to see all of the videos about Sydney, Arley Beach, and Brisbane. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you're notified about upcoming videos because I have so much more to talk about than just Australia. This is Theme Park Spark. We have a lot to go through. We're mainly based in Southern California, and we're going to talk about theme parks. We're going to talk about zoos. We're going to talk about all these fun things to inspire you to get out there and enjoy the world. See you next time.